one of the most important things we do, and one of the purposes of law enforcement is to protect the vulnerable from harm. And because of the work of everybody involved in this case, Campos will not be allowed to victimize a little girl again. We stand on three pillars, and that is people, innovation, and community. And in this case, all three of those pillars came to light, and that is why we have a good outcome here. The people part of it are the people involved in the case to get a conviction. Like DA George Rockler said, Mike Williams was our detective who handled this case. These are very, very complex cases to put together. And he did an awesome job with that. And he packaged that up, put the evidence together, and then passed it off to the DA's office. And they did their incredible magic to get a conviction on Mr. Campos so that he can never victimize again. And then there's innovation. You know, you saw some of the technology that we actually were able to utilize against Campos. And there's a lot of technology that goes in that innovation that goes into these cases so that we can ensure that we have a conviction. And then finally, there's community. And in this case, community played a huge role. The media played a role with the media community. The community member who recognized Campos and then gave us a tip so that we can apprehend him as part of the community. And then, of course, there's the community of law enforcement and the great partners that we have to make this come to fruition. So not only did we have the law enforcement within the state of Colorado, but we also had New Mexico State Police, we had Otero County, New Mexico involved in the apprehension. So, and we also had the marshals group that played a significant role in finding this terrible person who victimized this little girl. When you put all those together, and we can have the outcome that we do, I think we can all be proud of everybody that worked on this case. So that was really what I wanted to say, is to thank you to everybody that had a piece to ensure that Campos is going to be put behind bars for a very, very long time.
I just want to finish before we turn it over for questions and say, look, one of the things that makes this community special is the partnerships that we have with all the different aspects of this system that can result in our ability to bring justice here. It's the state, local, federal partners that we have. It's DHS, it's the GALs, it's the caseworkers. I mean, the thing that you should know about this case is it wasn't solved, prosecuted, or this guy wasn't apprehended between the hours of 8 and 5. That's just not how this job works. These are not employees who are bound by a clock, except that there aren't enough hours in the day to do all the great stuff that they do. I do want to give a particular shout out to Senior Deputy District Attorney Abby Haggerty and Deputy District Attorney Bryn Chase for their tireless work in trying to take this great case, put it together, work with the victim, work with the GAL, and put us in a position to convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt of this guy's heinous conduct. And now he's going to come back here to face justice. What questions would you have?
What charges could he be facing now that he's come back, when he comes back?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's violation of bond conditions charges. I can't tell you entirely everything that he might have done that would have also warranted an additional charge. And of course, we're going to consider that because I don't mind piling on this guy. But at the end of the day, the sentence he gets out of this, and I invite you all to come to that sentencing when it happens, that sentencing will seal his fate. This is a human being that should stay inside a prison. And for people who balk at prisons calling them cages, this animal should be caged for the rest of his life. Nobody should get to sexually assault a girl in our community with impunity, and he will not be permitted to do that. What else?
George, a lot of the cases were asking me about his legal status.
Yeah, that's a great question. He is not an American citizen, and we have reached out to our partners at ICE, and he was not here legally at the time that all this went on. We heard some background information about times that he had been to ICE in front of an immigration judge, and a judge had decided that his habitual traffic offender status and prior trespassing charges were insufficient for purposes of removal, but that does not give him legal status to be here. He was on his way to Mexico because that's home. This is not home. Home was where he was going to try to find safety and refuge from responsibility for this case. What else you got?
Do we know if the person that called this in, we heard it was from media, was it from a New Mexico resident or a Colorado
I
resident?
don't know if it was a New Mexico resident. Brent, do you know that?
It's Brent Chase, Deputy DA Brent Chase.
And to answer your question, so I had spoken with the Otero County Sheriff's Office to try to get some more information on that. We don't yet have their reports, so I'm not certain who the individual was, but the information that was conveyed to me before was that it was somebody who had viewed content in Denver specifically and was down in New Mexico.
Got it.
And saw Mr. Campos on bus.
Got it. Thank you.
What else?
When the ankle monitor was removed from the suspect, were you guys immediately notified, or how does this process go? And about how long was he on the run from when he got it removed to be notified?
Thank you for asking about bond. I'll let Brent answer about the GPS thing, since she was the one that received the notice in sort of a weird place and time. But I do think that it's important for the public to know, consistent with what Sheriff Weekly said, that this was a guy who, when he got arrested, we went to court and asked for a $100,000 bond. The court disagreed and gave a $10,000 bond with GPS. And that's why this guy was out and about. And had he remained in custody through the trial, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have spun up all of these great partners to do all this other stuff. But that's not how the system works. And for those who are asking, how can someone who is here illegally get a bond or probation, that's a question better directed to the legislature and the governor, because I don't agree with it. That's just the laws we're stuck with. But in terms of when he cuts the GPS, Brent has chased down all of those details. I'll let you tell us really.
So we actually, as the prosecutors, didn't have the information about the GPS being removed until we showed up in court on Friday morning. So the judge was the one who broke that news to us. And just so we understand too, the GPS was a condition of the bond. And so it was affixed to his ankle throughout the pendency of the case. So on Friday morning, we came into court, the judge let us know he's probably not joining us because we got an alert that there was a tamper with the GPS monitor. And so come to find out, as we sort of run around and try to figure out who has information about what, the tamper happened around 11 p.m. is our understanding, and the GPS unit was ultimately, as we investigated further, found in a dumpster, along with Mr. Campos' cell phone. So, as I said, we had no information about that, and we're able to determine later, but it just speaks to some of these issues that we have with not having immediate notification about GPS monitors. If these are devices that are supposed to keep people safe in the community, when somebody's out on bond, yet us as the prosecutors and our law enforcement partners have no idea that somebody has tampered with the GPS monitor in the middle of the night, it's hard to say that that GPS monitor is doing its job, keeping the community safe.
Can I also say, the other part of this story that I hope gets out to the public is this, and this is for anyone who's in a situation right now, or maybe they'll find themselves in a situation in the future where they're the victim of a crime. It doesn't have to be a sex assault crime, but those are some of the thorniest. Come forward. We will take you seriously. You will be supported, and we will seek justice under the law for the person that wronged you. That's the other part of this story too. I don't know what happens in other jurisdictions if this guy skips town in the middle of trial. I don't know if they keep going with the trial, and I don't know if they put forth the effort that all of these great folks have done to try to get this person. But here in Douglas County, you are going to get justice. So victims, come forward, tell your story. We'll take you seriously, and then we're going to go get the bad guys. What else? What other questions might you have?
So just to be clear, the GPS tampering doesn't immediately notify law enforcement because it was a condition of the bond? Or?
GPS monitoring is placed by pretrial services. They're not law enforcement. Pretrial services gets the notification, then they notify law enforcement. And then for whatever reason, we don't get notified, apparently, until we show up the next morning in trial. The judge should never, ever, never be the first person to let us know that some dude is in the wind. That is a failure of this system. And there have been some others before that, but that one is frustrating, and we're going to get that one fixed. What else? Anything else? Sirs, ma'am?